Hello everyone, it's the Watercloud Fin and welcome back to another video. Today I am in Nizwa, Oman, which is around 100 miles away from the capital Muscat. Today we're going to be visiting the Souk, the Nizwa Souk here, as well as the fort, or what is called Qal'at Nizwa in Arabic, as well as the Oman Across Ages Museum in nearby Manah. Hope you enjoy. So everyone, we are currently in Nizwa Souk. Here in Nizwa. Nizwa is around 150 kilometers or 100 miles away from Muscat, the capital where we came from. So this is considered to be the cultural capital here in Oman, where, you know, unlike Muscat, it has a lot of antique shops, antique things to see and do. So we are currently here at Omani halwa shop called As-Saifi Fur Halwa, as it's commonly called here in Oman. So this is the biggest Omani halwa store they have here in the market, and they have a very wide selection of different halwas. It looks pretty good. If I had to compare the souk here in Oman to the one that you would find in a place like Morocco, where I go a lot, the differences are quite stark. Like, I mean, very different. It's much cleaner here. Every 10 meters, every few feet, find a trash bin, which is just amazing. It just shows the care that these people have put into this market, and I really appreciate that. There's practically no one here. I mean, you see there's a bit of smoke there, but I don't really mind that. Like, look. Looks amazing. You see they're doing some construction down there, but if you ignore that, you have the mountains in the background and everything. This view looks splendid. You see you have another terrace up there. So the place where I'm currently at is called Al-Aqar, which is in a historic district of Nizwa. It's quite peaceful, tranquil out here, and really quiet, especially the fact that we came on a weekday. We came on Thursday. But I really like the mountains over here. Like, camera doesn't do much justice. The mountains look absolutely gigantic from here. Like, it looks absolutely splendid. You feel what I'm saying? Start talking like a British. You see, you also have the Oman flag up here and small Oman flags here. It's a really nice place overall. You see that? There's the logo right there. Al-Aqar traditional restaurant. So they had a great buffet going on. They also have lunch. They serve lunch here as well. I would really recommend it for anyone visiting Nizwa. So I really like Nizwa because it has like these small, you know, narrow streets that you also find in places like Morocco, Andalusia, places I've also visited. So it gives a bit more character, a lot of character to this place. I really like the fact that a place like Nizwa exists because of its cultural significance and everything. So I would really recommend, like, if you have the time in Muscat, like, visit this place for a day trip. It's amazing. So everyone, I'm currently at the Nizwa Fort. This fort was built in the late 17th century, according to the information boards they have along here. But it's a really nice place. For foreigners, it was around 5 Omani riyals to enter. But it's a great place. It's a really nice place. So everyone, we're now at Nizwa Fort, and something that was really interesting is I saw one of the graphs that they have. They're one of the infographics that they have presented, and one of the defense mechanisms that were used was to extract the date molasses to make it really hot, and then to pour it over enemies, over the opposition. How crazy is that? I mean, I'd rather get shot 10 times than have to go through. Seems like this is another spot where they used to get the water from. If you can see way down there, that's another, it's not really a well because it's not groundwater, but it's more like a water collection system. So everyone, we are currently at the Oman Across Ages Museum. Now about that name, I don't think it really suits it well. Oman Across Ages, I mean, wouldn't you call it Modern History of Oman or something like that? But that's just my opinion. I find it a bit of a strange name for a museum. But anyway, we are here at Oman Across Ages Museum. And the very strange thing about this museum is that it happens to be in the middle of absolutely nowhere in the desert. Like the nearest city, I think it's called Manah, is around 10-15 minutes away by car at least. So apparently a lot of people have recommended for me to visit this museum, and from what I know, this museum has only been open for a few months now, so it hasn't been too long. I'm not visiting this too long after. It has a really sleek, modern, it's nice. I like, from the outside it looks so out of place. It seems like it's almost utopian or something, like you're entering into some type of strange utopia. That's just my opinion on it. It looks really good, so we're about to head inside. As you can see everyone, this mall has a really modern park in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe that? So everyone, I'm currently in the museum, and really this museum almost looks like it could be CyberLife headquarters from Detroit Become Human. Look at this, look at like the triangles and the way everything is structured. This could actually be CyberLife headquarters from Detroit Become Human. It's crazy. You can see this place is absolutely just massive. Like look, this is all space behind me, and this is some more space behind me. And you see how giant it is. Just to realize the scope of how big this place actually is. It is giant. To know how Oman got from the souks and stuff we saw in Nizwa and the old houses of antiquity and everything to stuff like this. Look at this. This is absolutely crazy. All in the space of like what, 20 miles. This is between each one. Like it's just absolutely like, I don't know, like to see all of this within the space of a few hours, to just be teleported in time from like 17th century to 2040 is crazy. So it seems like this museum is kind of taking chronological route, starting with the really early eras before humans even existed on the planet, then moving along the spectrum as we eventually progress into human life and what is today Oman, which I really appreciate. Like, it looks really good, and so far I can say it's been done really well. Quite impressed from what I've seen so far. Look at this, look at this. Owning a bicycle required a license to be granted by Sultan Said bin Taimur. Moving between cities required another permit. That's crazy. Back in the day, you needed a permit to use a bicycle. You couldn't just use a bicycle. I think if you need a permit for a bicycle, the cars were firmly out of the question. So guys, that was our visit to the Oman Across Ages Museum. I still don't rock with that name, but this was our trip to the Oman Across Ages Museum, and we visited the main exhibit which talked about the history of Oman. So from the very beginning, when no humans existed, it was just rocks and plasma, and then evolving all the way to when small communities were developed, and then when Islam was embraced, and then to the modern day with Sultan Haytham at the helm. So unfortunately we couldn't see all of the museum, but if you do have the chance and you have the time and the money, it's I think it's worth it. Make sure, because there's a lot of history here, make sure to bring some notebooks or something, because there is a lot of content. So everybody, that sums up today. I hope you enjoyed the video, from going to Nizwa to all the different locations that we went to there, as well as, you know, warping through time to this museum. Really enjoyed it, and I hope you will enjoy this video as well. So see you in the next one.